My 13-year-old cousin was kidnapped in Baghdad. This was back at the peak of the war, around 2010. At that point, I was sure I wanted to be an architect, and in fact, wanted to be an architect for the UN. So I applied to this grad school program in architecture at MIT. I get in, and I get my dream job early. And it's expensive to get me there. I don't know more than the locals. And like I said, my cousin had gotten kidnapped around that time. When I was visiting, there was all sorts of car bombs happening, and you'd find out through like neighbors. You'd be walking and somebody would be like, and that's how information spread. At the same time, I was in a class in grad school that said change a billion lives with technology. And I started thinking about my cousin being kidnapped and all the chaos and the lack of data around mobility and kind of where bombs are happening. And guess what? Bombs typically happen right after a first bomb because people would come and help the person who's bombed and a second wave would hit. So I linked up with classmates who are not my co-founders, and we started thinking about how we can get data to look at the mobility of a city and figure out where there's danger. And actually, we convinced a German car company in Iraq to give us their data. And they said, if you want to do that, then you have to build us this logistics product in return. You see where this is going. Now, back then, everybody thought you could just have a startup on the side and building technology was easy, so that's exactly what we did. By that point, my cousin had been returned home. He was safe, traumatized but safe, but ISIS gained stronghold in Iraq, so the German car company left. And we're left with this technology and nobody to sell it to. So we went to a Fortune 500 company and sold it ourselves as founders through an advisor, which looking back was extremely delusional, but it worked out. That's how we got our first company, and that's how we got our first customer, and then started a tech company around it.